What do you do when you receive ridicule, contempt, or slander from those around you because of your faith? Well, the answer is found in Psalm 123. Have a listen. I lift up my eyes to you who sit enthroned in heaven, as the eyes of slaves look to the hand of their master, as the eyes of a female slave look to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God, till he shows us mercy. Have mercy on us, Lord, have mercy on us. For we have endured no end of contempt. We have endured no end of ridicule from the arrogant, of contempt from the proud. That's it, short psalm. In the end of that psalm, verses 3 and 4 that we just read, they speak of the contempt and the ridicule that the people of God have been receiving. Now, the psalm doesn't make clear exactly what was happening to them, but it is clear that they were being ridiculed by the arrogant and proud. That's people who don't believe God and believe they're better off without God. And how do they respond? Well, look at verse 1. I lift up my eyes to you who sit enthroned in heaven. They fix their eyes on God. And this isn't just a matter of gazing towards him, but of fixing their eyes, of being absolutely saturated and wrapped up in who God is and his character and his word. They fix their eyes on God. Instead of retaliating, instead of dwelling on the hate they receive, instead of allowing this hate and ridicule to let them get off course, they keep their eyes fixed on God and wait for him to act. They don't take matters into their own hands because they have a clear realization of their humble state before God. Look at verse 2. As the eyes of slaves look to the hand of their master, as the eyes of a female slave look to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God, till he shows us mercy. They understand that they are so reliant on God and his mercy and his power and timing to act. And so they wait. And then in verse 3, they call on God to have mercy on them. So what should we do then when we are slandered or ridiculed for our faith? Well, this psalm is a great model. We keep our eyes on God. Don't allow the ridicule to pull you off track. Whether it's causing you to fight back and retaliate, maybe ridicule is causing you to despair and go into your shell and hide away, or maybe ridicule is causing you to maybe just throw in your faith because it'd be easier if you didn't believe anymore. We do none of those things. We keep our eyes fixed on God. And we ask for God's mercy to release us from the difficult times these people are giving us. And we stay humble before God. And that really means we refuse to take matters into our own hands. We'll pray humbly before God, trusting his will and keeping our eyes fixed on him. Because in this psalm, the only difference between God's people and others is a difference between being humble and being arrogant. God's people are those humble, like servants, and those who aren't God's people are the arrogant. And if it wasn't for God's mercy in saving us, we too would be ridiculing Jesus and his people. These same truths are echoed in the letter to the Hebrews in the New Testament. Chapter 12, verses 1 to 4 says this. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, these are all the Old Testament saints mentioned in chapter 11, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Check this, verse 2, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Verse 3, consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. Endure the shame, knowing that he has overcome. And when we are ridiculed for our faith, take on the attitude of the apostles in the book of Acts, who rejoiced when they were counted worthy of of receiving disgrace for Jesus' name. Go in peace.